for game number 1.
We're going to be getting into this one here right in front of your very eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a good one. Walshy and Cody versus Cody, Travis, and Phazon. Phazon is going to be taking a little bit of punishment here, but he was able to grab a weapon. Cody's able to grab, what, about 12 seconds into this game. And they're going to grab quite a few hits onto Walshy, who is very close to being in the red, but Phazon is taking quite a bit of punishment as well. Bottom side of that recovery is not going to make a contact from Cody, but the neutral light does, zoning Phazon out, and he is disarmed in the process. They almost got caught right in the middle, but Phazon hit Cody while Walshy hit Cody.
But it's going to be Phazon, the first one to fall. That axe recovery of Cody, he's been taking stocks with that throughout the day, but this time it goes to the side instead of that vertical knockout that he's been hitting.
So we're seeing a kind of scary precedent here early on in this game that has caused failure for Phazon and Cody Travis in the past. If you look at the top right, if we didn't actually get that stock off of Cody, you see Phazon going down very early while Cody was still in the yellow. Usually when they're that disjoint from one another, Cody ends up being in the 1v2 staring at 3 or 4 stocks from the other team. If Phazon goes down too early, this has kind of always been one of the main linchpins of this team, one of the final nails in their coffin, is if Phazon goes down too early, then he's cooked, just barely getting through the side air with a dodge, but the desync hits on stage. Cody's gonna fall, barely getting through the side air from Cody as well, and Phazon is on final stock, not even a minute and a half into the game, Duke.
And this is what you were talking about, that linchpin, that situation that has historically been the reason why this team crumbles, is Phazon gets taken out so quickly, and it leaves Cody Travis in this really tough spot.
So the only time that usually ever leads to success is when they focus on Phazon, which means Cody can just run around in the background and go absolutely bananas mode, doing 800, 900, 1,000 damage. So we have seen him do that in the past. But it doesn't look like he really is going to have the chance to do that here. Phazon is in the yellow, now in the orange. So his survivability, he's really going to have to stretch this for the rest of the game, or Cody's going to have to go crazy, or Phazon is also going to have to start putting out damage and stocks all over the place.
Yeah, the Phazon losing this stock before Walshy and Cody are on their final stocks it's not an option. If they want to win game number 1, that option cannot be on the table. And right now, Phazon, he's still trying to put out the damage, and I like that decision to pull away from that side air and instead get out of dodge.
Phazon has the gauntlets.
That's
so dangerous. That is so dangerous for you to do, especially like if that hit, okay, that could lead to a stock, but it's only going to be one of 2 stocks that both opponents still have on their team. And now we're seeing exactly the situation that I laid out in the beginning. Cody staring at the 1v2, staring at 4 stocks of Walshy and Cody.
And he's not even getting one. There's the N-Sig.
Again?
Nice.
Oh, I thought it was going to be back-to-back N-Sigs.
Now, he's got to add up a lot of damage. Yes, he's on the Barasa. Yes, he's not quite deep red, but this is going to be very hard to do. Walshy and Cody, they're looking for some cheekiness. They didn't want any weapons. Downlight recovery is not going to quite do it.
I think they probably knew that they needed maybe a little bit more than just the straight-up D-Light recovery, which, of course, they tried on Walshy's sword. Finally ending that one there. They kind of made that one look easy. You know what? Phazon still did 412 damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Like, the damage was good on basically everyone there. Really, the standout is Cody, putting out 634 damage, taking 373 damage. In comparison, like everybody else in the 400s, that's not too bad. Everybody else taking 500 plus damage. Obviously, like, that's not great, but of course, you're able to survive on that. But really, I think Cody is the standout for that game.
Normally, when we see that result for Phazon and Cody Travis, of Phazon going down super early, we don't see him putting up numbers like 412. Normally, he's doing the 200s, maybe even the mid to high 100s. So the fact that he was still able to put out 412 makes it look a little bit better for him, but still, ultimately, even if he put out 1,000 damage, it wouldn't really matter because they still had 4 stocks by the time Cody was all by his lonesome.
Yeah, I guess a good argument to be made is that how effective was that damage that was being put out? They put out about 800 to 900 damage, but ultimately it was not that many stocks that quickly. You know what I mean? Like it took them a long time to finish those stocks off.
So maybe we can look at the graph real quick right here. Phazon losing his first 2 stocks before Cody even lost a single one. That is a tough way to start that game. And we are seeing the immediate swap over to the Zuko. I expected a quick swap. Phazon is not usually one to sort of linger on a single legend until we get to like they're about to lose the set, their final game. This is my last-ditch effort. He has so many people in his kit, so many legends that he can lean on, from the Gauntlet experience to the Spear experience, of course, leaning on that here with this Zuko pick, of course, the Hattori crossover.
Yeah, we've seen him play a multitude of characters, of course, like Val. Also, Kaya is in those pockets if he wants to switch it up. But Zuko has been that switch up that he's been playing throughout today as well, when the Wushang isn't looking too hot.
So really, when we saw Phazon go absolutely bananas mode in his career was usually when the other team started to kind of focus on Cody Travis, and he became that real damage tank, doing that great survivability that we know Cody for. It's a beautiful insig on the Cutie. But then Phazon was usually on the Kaya and was coming out and doing huge damage, while Cody was just there soaking up as much damage as he could with the high defense. Cody's actually going to fall here. Meanwhile, the damage Phazon's taking is on pace with everybody else. He doesn't get punished for that. Going to put a little bit of team damage out, nothing serious. That recovery finally turned him red, and the second one was enough to take him out. That sort of lower defense coming in here, even though he is in the defense stance, going from 4 to 5.
Once again, though, blue team struggling to finish these stocks off of the red team. You saw Cody Travis hit that side air. Finally, will take down Walshy. Cutie still swinging, still has some health to play with, as that neutral light not going to lead to a KO. Neither will that side air.
Now, they weren't able to find that immediate KO follow-up, but it was good that Phazon was able to fastball down and hit with sort of that second swipe of the side air once he saw Cody caught Cutie in the Blaster's neutral light. That gave Phazon plenty of time to get down there to at least put something out.
Yeah, I mean, when you're coming in with this Zuko, with that Hattori stat line, you've got high movement speed, you need to be looking for those follow-ups. And he's been hitting a lot of those downlight GCN SIGs on the red team. They're not ready for him. Uh-oh.
What a turnaround! I didn't think Walshy was going to have the strength on this Val pick. I didn't think Cody had that damage on his stock to pick something up that high. Thought Cody was going to fall back down to the platform after getting hit by that, but no siree.
Yeah, Cody went for a second recovery there and ended up just putting him in prime position so high in the sky. And Cutie with the side air is going to put Phazon on his final stock. This is looking bad for the blue team.
We're still sitting on 4 stocks if you're looking at the red team. The neutral air, he's looking for the second one. Phazon knew was coming out, though. That's why that dodge was put exactly right there. Oh, the side air sends Walshy flying. You can see how damaged he is, even with the reduced knockback from the unarmed recovery. That almost sent him off screen. They're able to clean that one up, get the full team wipe. They need to go reset mode right now. Even though they're just a little bit behind, it is far from over in this game. But Cutie now has Cody in the orange. He does have to be careful. He is a tankier legend, but they haven't had trouble taking him out whatsoever this game.
Yeah, really, it's the blue team that's been struggling to finish off stocks. Red team, when they see somebody get into the red, they're like, all right, time to go. Nice pogo there. Will stop that side signature, but
nice.
Phazon getting bounced around.
That was actually a really interesting decision for Walshy to hit the side air, turning that around to send it back into Cutie. He knew that he needed just a little bit more damage, so if the timing would have been right, Cutie could have found like a neutral signature perfectly there. So that was a really good choice from Walshy, even though it may not be the first thing that most people think of, like, oh, hit him with the side air towards the blast zone, but that wasn't going to be the KO. I really like that.
I mean, one thing that's really bad for this blue team right now is Cody has not gotten to play. He's literally just been coming back to the wall and then immediately gets launched, and there's the recovery. Cody Travis and Phazon are 1 game away from joining the people in the elimination bracket.
Cody Travis doing 481 damage, only 1 more damage than he did last game. Meanwhile, Phazon, he did what he could. He stepped up 570 damage. He also took 607 compared to the high defense on Cody Travis. He only took 527 by the time he fell. If you look at the other side, Cutie, that 600 looking really good.
Interestingly enough, Walshy only put out 398 damage. The damage is actually in favor of Phazon and Cody Travis, but once again, I gotta reiterate, they were struggling to finish off the stocks. If we see the graph, I gotta imagine the peaks on the red side are much higher than the peaks on the blue side.
So if we're adding up the total damage for the red team, it's gonna be 998. We're gonna divide that evenly for the 6 stocks of the blue team, 3 for Phazon and 3 for Cody Travis. That equals 166.3, repeating, of course. That is amazing KO efficiency, especially for the way that 2v2s work.
Yeah, I mean, with so many opportunities to save with these maps that can be pretty wide, there's so many ways that you can survive past that 150 efficiency. But blue team definitely struggling to get any survivability as Phazon.
Oh, He's taking so much punishment here. Is he going to be able to get back to the main platform? Yes. Cody almost picked up the neutral light on a Cutie that would send it back into Phazon for a follow-up, but no. They're both in the red now. This is getting dangerous. Whoa. Cutie is swinging, but Phazon, beautiful hit. They're going to trade 1 for 1, but Cody is behind Cutie in terms of damage.
Yeah, Cutie has just been so good this set. He's been putting out big damage and taking great damage as well. Side air. And the red team continues their lead.
That's going to be the full team wipe. You saw the neutral air that came out from Phazon. Cutie was still in the orange until he just got hit by the bottom side of that recovery from Cody Travis. So Cutie, again, survivability looking good for Phazon. It is looking like yet another game 1 where Phazon is taken out so early. If he is not able to survive, if he's not able to keep it going, Cody is actually sending Walshy onto his final stock first.
Blue team might have a game plan here. They might be wanting to take out Walshy and see if they can go for the 2v1s on a Cutie. I've seen multiple times where they try to set up for these team combos and then it gets interrupted. Edge guard opportunity. Phazon did get the wall touch. He's okay.
There's also several times where like Cody will be fighting Walshy and then Cutie will be between Cody and Phazon. That's going to be a stock off the top. And like the other person in the blue team, this is looking horrible for the blue team.
It's falling apart. They were holding on for dear life, but suddenly the damage is being done. Cutie still has the movement, the handoff into the side air.
They're in a good spot here. They all of a sudden turn this around with complete stage control, and Phazon is going to go in and side sync Cody. Does make up for it by turning around, getting the stock off of Cutie, putting him on final stock. They aren't able to...
the interrupt.
That interrupt from Cutie was so good. The down air was going to stop the D-Light side air, but Cody was still able to finish it up. And all of a sudden here, at the last moment, the last chance that they really had as they're down 0-2, Phazon and Cody Travis are looking like this is their game to lose.
I mean, they do have a lead, but Cutie's still pretty healthy here. Phazon playing a little more aggressive than I would have expected in this position, given the fact that, again, he's pretty close to the red, and that's Cutie, who's been hitting KOs with those axe hits.
You see Cody, he was looking for that neutral signature. That was going to send over onto the edge. Ooh. Doesn't fall prey to that one. Phazon, you see how much space he's putting between Cutie and himself. Immediate answer. Cody's neutral light has Cutie on the edge in KO damage. That is going to be the cleanup. Beautiful neutral air into the side air follow-up from Phazon. They're keeping themselves in this.
But once again, Cutie, the one to put the most damage on the board. 700 damage put out by Cutie. Compare that to the 657 from Cody Travis, the 465 from Phazon, and then 256 from Walshy.
Now, if we're looking at that graph, I'm looking at Cody Travis's second stock. That part right in the middle of your screen where he didn't take damage for an extended period of time. You can see how long he went without taking any damage whatsoever. That's probably 15 to 20% of the overall game. That's a shocking percentage to just not take damage.
That looked like a boot.
Like a cowboy boot.
Yeah. I would wear a boot that looks like that. But 956 damage put out on the red team. And it seems like maybe the game plan of this blue team, Cody Travis and Phazon, try to take Walshy out early, then they can go for the 2v1 power play on the Cutie. Will it work again, though? Once you've kind of shown your hand, sometimes that doesn't work that well. Especially, like, we've seen people try to do that against Cody Travis and Phazon time and time again, and it just lets Cody run wild.
Yeah, so it seems like the game plan for really both teams is to bully the person out who typically does the quote-unquote lesser damage. For the red team, that means they're going to focus out Phazon, really try to take him out early, because Cody Travis is the one doing the major damage. Cody might fall here.
Phazon
the ground pound.
Save?
Phazon's looking for the save. Is he going to get caught? The D-Light ground pound. Cody not able to get back. He's gone anyway. Phazon trying to do exactly as much as he possibly can here. Putting damage onto Walshy. Might get caught again. He's now in the orange on his first stock.
They put out so much damage. They got the stock on Cody and extra damage as Cody sets up for the nair from Cutie. The side air. Things are falling apart for the blue team already.
They need to find stocks quickly. They have to get Cuties. They have to turn that into the man advantage to put the damage onto Walshy to turn him from orange to red to get him into that KO damage zone. That was a bold move for Phazon to just throw because he was going to end off stage there. He didn't end on the main platform right over the corner where he could run away the other direction or jump or anything like that. He was off stage when his opponent was playing lower on the wall to not get caught by anything.
Phazon keeps going for these risky plays. He's trying to get the high risk, high reward. The pogos don't work out. The Sair doesn't work out. Once again, this red team is just living.
They have Cody so damaged. Walshy is finally going to fall about 1 minute 24 seconds into this game. Cutie still on first stocks here. Their eyes are probably going to be set a little bit on Cody to put him on the final stocks quickly. That way they can turn for the man advantage onto Phazon. Cody coming in for the interruption. Nice follow-up. There was that kind of delayed follow-up. Oh, this is big!
That was good damage. Unfortunate that it didn't lead to a KO. That could have put the blue team in a great position because right now, again, Cody Travis is pretty damaged as a side sig gives them the lead.
Okay, juggling a little bit with the neutral. Airs the dodge came out, so you know Phazon was going for that side light into the GCD light into the follow-up side air after that. Okay, seeing good follow-ups from the blue team. They're still just barely in the lead because Phazon is still only in the later stages of orange while Cutie is definitely in the red.
Yeah, but when it comes down to that final 1v1, right now I kind of believe a little bit more in Cutie. Falling side air from Cody Travis. Walshy with the Sair. Phazon can't make it back. Can Cody Travis make this a trade? He can't find the recovery.
He's lucky he has a soft platform there to kind of stay around as his home base. He can act like he's going to move down to the main platform. He can jump high to get away from his opponent. Cutie put on the final stock, both Cody and Phazon in the yellow. Walshy doing a great job avoiding most of the damage that Cody and Phazon are trying to throw out. There is a weapon spawn on the field. Cutie almost grabs it, but actually gets caught in the neutral light as the iframes run out.
Oh man, that side sig, he let go of it early so it wouldn't catch Walshy. He has the ground
that was huge.
Catches him. 2v1 opportunity. Can they take this to game 5?
Nice little simple, quick follow-up. That soft platform kind of ruined any dreams of any major follow-up happening there.
Yeah, they were really high when they hit that dare. There weren't a lot of things that could have been done. Oh, Cutie.
Oh, Phazon actually didn't throw a move out. If he did, he knew that Cutie had plenty of time to dodge it, and then all of a sudden, Phazon gets punished, and they just like take turns getting hit by Cutie back and forth.
He's just swinging in all directions. Now Phazon stripping away. There's the side air.
Sticking with the blasters. For that reason right there, to perfectly set up for Phazon's side air, we're going to a game 5.
A sigh of relief for a brief moment as they manage to hold on. But they've got one more game to go. Walshy picking up the damage. Cutie not putting out the big damage this time. 507 on Cutie's side versus the 558 from Phazon, 530 from Cody Travis, and 422 from Walshy.
You're seeing the team's signatures coming out. You see 8 coming out from the red team. Meanwhile, they only hit 12% of those. Oh, I'm going to have to look at my stats. The blue team hit more. They put like one less and hit like 40%. Yeah,
they hit
throughout
more.
7 hit like 43%, I believe it was. You can see most of the damage was done for Cody Travis on the blasters and for Phazon, of course, on the spear. Meanwhile, on the other side, Walshy and Cutie were really focused on those gauntlets. No surprise there whatsoever.
The two things that stand out the most for me, this initial stock from Cody Travis, again, that one was taken quick, but they managed to get a quick one from Walshy that kept it even, kept it close. We'll see how this one shakes out as we're going into game number 5. Winner of this goes into the grand finals, a guaranteed top 2 finish.
Now we're going back to Small Fortress of Lions, but there is going to be one major difference, and that is a set of blasters being added onto the red team to meet the blasters of Cody Travis's Barraza.
No longer going to be the Akuma, it's going to be the Luke coming out from Walshy, that crossover. Walshy, we'll see what he can do with it.
And that makes sense because, like we already mentioned, most of the damage was done on the gauntlets. We didn't see anything that was necessarily that inherent to Val, that unique on Val. I'm looking at really those signatures that really made a difference whatsoever last game. Like we saw, the signature hit percentage was very low, kind of trading damage back and forth as a blue team member and a red team member was caught in that combo.
Whoa! Cody, though, with the falling side air will put Walshy down to his second stock. The one signature that I saw from Walshy a lot was like that sword neutral signature, but it isn't really KOing.
So it's really tough that Walshy already found himself getting knocked out about 35, maybe 38 seconds into the game. After this swap onto the Luke, does have a lot more damage in his favor. Now, of course, he's coming in with the movement speed stance, so he also can be zooming all over the place.
Cody's the one who's looking like he's zooming, though. He is getting so many hits out. Cutie in the red, Cody as well. Whoever falls first, gonna put their team slightly behind as Phazon with a target swap leads to a recovery onto Cody.
That was actually really slick coming out from Phazon. The red team probably thought he was going to go in for the D-Light and then continue that on the player that was aerial, but no, he actually went back down to the ground, threw out the side signature on the person that was below, Walshy, who was going to be waiting to punish Phazon, interrupt that combo, and save his teammate.
Yeah, it was a really good mix coming out from Phazon in that brief 1v2 moment, and the fact that Walshy fell so early, it's continuing.
It's happening.
It's continuing.
It's game 5. You really cannot be handling that here. That's going to make this a really tough mountain to climb for this red team, and Cody is also taking more damage than everybody else on the field here. Now on his second stock, the damage is actually evening up just a little bit. Nice side signature. That's one of the reasons to pick Luke. You can do that so quickly, put Cody on his final stock so quickly.
And it was a great target swap. Again, he was putting the damage out onto Phazon and then immediate turnaround side sig. Cody just comes in, puts a downlight, interrupts it, makes sure that he can keep Walshy alive.
Yeah, that was really smart because if he actually tried to go in with anything past that, he risked doing damage to Walshy in the process. Of course, you see how damaged Walshy is right now. They can't afford that. So all he did was the D-Light to interrupt that. Cody on a final stock. Walshy, I'm in danger, and he's taken out of the game. Cody staring at 3 stocks of Cody, Travis, and Phazon. This is going to be tough.
He's got a fresh stock. Cody on his last one. There's the tiniest of chances. If he can take out Phazon, he's got to go for the power play briefly. Here's his chance. Cody, Travis, dancing away. Cody can't find the hits that he needs, and now it is going to be a challenge.
Cody does have that soft platform that he can kind of play around. That's going to be a big interrupt for any of the combos, or maybe most of the combos that Phazon and Cody Travis have prepared. We saw that earlier, that Cody hit a down air above the soft platform, and all Phazon could do was throw out a sword nair. That way he doesn't have to go to the main platform and have blue team members on either side. Woo! Good setup. Still going to take a little bit more damage.
The combos coming out, blue team getting more and more damage per hit, converting it into a better position as Cody wants the double. Sweat beads, but he still gets his way back down.
Cody, he celebrated just a little bit early there. Phazon putting a lot of space between him and Cody.
That was a brain dodge.
That is gonna do it in game 5. Phazon and Cody Travis are gonna be moving on into your grand finals. A top 2 guaranteed placement after the reverse 3 against Walshy and Cody.
From down 2-0 to winning it 3-2 over Cody and Walshy, changing the records because it was 1-0 in favor of Cody and Walshy. Now Cody, Travis, and Phazon have a guaranteed top 2 finish.
And if we're looking at the damage that game, we talked about how Phazon was going down early. And even the first game when he did, he still put out decent damage. But since then, he really stepped it up. We talked about it that previous game where he put out 500 plus. This time, he's doing 600 damage. Again, the majority of it being done by, of course, that spear that we've known him for so long.
Yeah, Cody Travis also putting up some good damage, 457 for his part. Walshy, 353, and then 628 coming out from Cody. Again, Cody's putting out this big damage, but it just wasn't enough.
So let's get a look at this graph, and we're going to see quantified how quickly Walshy went down. You can see that he lost not 1, not 2, but all 3 stocks essentially by the time Cody lost his second. That meant that entire final stock was played by himself without a teammate, without anybody else on his side.